TV coverage going on for our local punters, and then nationwide and Sky Sport grassroots rugby later on in the week.
Got a lot of cameras here taking a lot of photo footage, so you're going to get a lot of coverage of this throughout the social media world, whatever that may be, through their rugby clubs or wherever, but also I would guess over the next few days in the local papers. It's a big day here in Waihi. Obviously not a huge crowd because of the COVID lockdown. We've got the drone sitting up there just grabbing the high shots, which is real cool. The music is the ambience of what we can kind of have as a build-up to the rugby final. This is the premier final for the McClinchy Cup, which is played between Coromandel and Whangamata. And it's just good to see. Look, you see the red, yellow, blue flag over there. One side of it, you got the red and white dynamite sitting over there as well. I couldn't imagine if we had a huge crowd. It would have been a great one.
This will be an interesting start. Whangamata got a lot of supporters here, and they'll be looking at trying to get their emotions under wraps, because you've got to just keep it under control, don't you, Rena? And a final, they deserve to be here. Good on them. And I likewise for Cobras. Wish both teams all the best. The McClinchy Shield is underway.
Just recognising one of the ladies here doing the cameras for Whangamata, Beth, her husband out there, Jacob Chaplin as well. Oh, it might be her son actually.
Very exciting prospect for this game, Reno, because I'm not sure how this is going to unfold. There's a bit of support for both teams, obviously, but not as much as will be in the club rooms back home. So just little things, are important. Catching the kick-off, doing things accurately, attention to detail, absolutely crucial in these finals.
Definitely in the final today here at Waihi. Obviously, we mentioned discipline was a big word in the previous game, but ball in hand and holding it in hand and controlling the game will be the difference as we get kick-off there right away into Whangamata number 6, picking up number strong there, Zane Heath. Good little kick out to the sideline, finding the sideline. Great kick there. Not a real quick pass there by the number 11, wanting to throw it in real fast there. So really couldn't do it, so he wanted to get the quick play, but looks like we're going to calm it down for the first line out by Shantae there to fly in, to throw it in for the Cobras.
Good exit strategy, wasn't it?
Straight away. There we go, nice. And interrupted there by, of course, number 7 by Whangamata. Looks like that's what they're going to use there, Jacob Chaplin, to interfere it. Nice run up there by Ben Stevens for the Cobras. Nice settling down. The halfback sends it out. Good strong run there by Ben Stevens again, who's been in a couple of the plays, lost the forward, but picked up then, returned back by the team from Whangamata. Sent out by the halfback there, out to the winger out on the far side there.
Very interesting. Whangamata Reno had 2 sweepers at the back, basically, not the 3 that we're used to. So that's an interesting point. Extra player in the back line.
Curtis McNaughton delivering well there at half there. Oh, that might be interesting to see how that falls out there, but a good strong tackle there by, of course, the number 13, Jacob Viliamu. Very strong tackle there from the Cobras coming in, very strong.
A little bit of feeling in the first 5 minutes, isn't there? There's a bit of pretty good though, pretty good tackling. That was a good tackle. He put him back on the ground gently. Well, not so gently, but that's all right. And just regrouping here. I'm sure that Cobras most probably will go for the shot at goal.
Yep, the kicker lining this up there for the Cobras, which is Lewis Craig, the flanker for the Cobras, taking the kicks today. It's a big job today for the flanker from Cobras, Lewis Craig.
Shout out to the ball boys. They're wonderful, aren't they? These young fellas on the sideline do a great job.
Oh, totally. Give acknowledgement to the ball boys taking up there Saturday. And here we go with the kick. Yes, he gets it over. So well done to number 7, Lewis Craig from the Cobras. 3 points is the scoreline. Just acknowledging those ball boys just quickly. Miller, Kagzon, Ty Baker, Ashton Mordere Jacobs, Ryan Adams, Ben Mathis, and Mateo Cole. So there
wonderful
we go.
To have the young kids here supporting the players. Good start though from Cobras, just very methodical. Did the accuracy and with their their work and got into it very smartly and got field position, took the points. So they'll be happy with that start.
Swanson gets it underway.
Line out just in Whangamata's zone, just over the halfway. This will be interesting. See who gets this ball back cleanly. Whangamata, number 8 up strongly. Zach Clark, the captain. Good take, good power run.
Running out strong there by number 6, Zane Head there, settles it down there for the Whangamata boys to arrive. Curtis McNaughton moves in there with number 13. Pedro running out strong there as well. McNaughton wanting the ball back there, going to be a good delivery to, no, he's going to sneak off down the sideline to the fullback, Himapo, who kicks it back in.
He was in for a try there.
I thought that too. I thought Scotty was looking at it. He wanted the ball there from the left-hand side, but
impressed with the Cobras talk at the moment, Reno. Very impressed with their organisation and their talk. Whangamata are a little bit shell-shocked. They've got no right to be. They've just got to get back and get into field position and maintain a ball for a little bit of time. They can do it, and you know, Cobras just know how to settle things down and gee people up. So Cobras doing it well. Whangamata just need to get the talk up a little bit.
some of the boys from Whangamata, of course, Scotty Day there, work for the Thames Valley Rugby Union, just getting ready to throw the ball into the liner right there into the middle there. Just tipped on and grabbed by the prop. Lucky, very, very lucky there, Brad Lawrenson grabbing that one. As they fed it back out to the first side, out to centre. Here we go, Pedro's in it, just behind the fullback there of Himapo. Unfortunately, slowed the momentum down. Cobras are looking very strong up flat, coming towards the boys from Whangamata. Scotty Day takes it up there, the settles it back down, feeds it back there to his halfback McNaughton. He wants to feed it out to Pedro with the fullback Himapo running on through, trying to catch it. Wow, that was a good dive there by the fullback from Te Aroha, Ethan Dromgold, to cover that off. Whangamata got it back, moving out to the back line.
Good structure from Whangamata then, maintained the ball very well, but I am impressed with the defensive quality and the line speed of Cobras. They're coming up and maintaining connections, so quite difficult at this stage. They'll jam this in the corner, Whangamata, and look to win the line out. First part of the plan executed well.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, go to the corner. See that quite a bit now these days, and see what happens at the line out. It's the throw in from the hooker Day now. Got to get the middle. I would guess he's going to line for and see what they set up here. We'll see what unfolds with the back line standing out quite wide here with the winger right out wide. Elijah Biles way out.
Captain Zach took the ball in the line out. Zach Clark. A little bit of a drive, and they're positioning for a bit of a forward dip at the line, and the backs are waiting patiently.
Oh, good step off the right foot there by the second five, Hayden Newman, stepping back into the forwards there. Delivered well by McNaughton, a half, moving out to the winger now for Whangamata. Joel Taylor running up there. McNaughton wants his hands on the ball. No, picked up there at the Rakamore, moving forward now. McNaughton shooting through today, spins it out wide. They're going to do the little chip through, try and get the winger chasing through, but covered, well covered there. And another penalty. Sam Oates blows the whistle all the way back to where that started. It was a good cover there earlier on from Sirili Kuranduadua, but penalty called back by Sam Oates, the ref.
What would you do here, Reno? I'd be tempted to take the points, but that's me. But old-fashioned, I suppose. They most probably go.
Kind of kick to the corner, I would guess.
Going
Oh,
for
there we
another
go.
kick into the corner, so they're keeping the pressure on. Solid start from both teams, really.
I'm guessing Whangamata might have come with the approach, Ross, get the ball at the try line. Is I know we're going to beat this team, and 5 points is going to do it for us. So they've got a big maul rolling on now to the boys in the red and white. Very, very strong. They're settling down for McNaughton.
Penalty here, penalty advantage. Yeah, collapse the
Yeah,
drive,
collapse
so
it. Here we go. McNaughton wants to tap it real fast. A nippy little halfback for Whangamata. Not nippy in any other side. Quite a solid little halfback, actually. Looks like he's played with a bit of weight in the gym, I'd say.
Another scrum here. Whangamata ball, I believe, is it? Yes. So they're going to try to pierce this through the perhaps number 8 and then halfback and try and create an overlap. Got to get the ball first.
Scrum settle, fed in by McNaughton. Back to your number 8. As you say, Ross, as you call it. Oh, it's come off the field or gone forward. Ref's got his hand out again for another penalty here, playing advantage, and it's a try. It is a try, and the crowd in the red and white, look at the team running as well and celebrate. So it's a try. Here's the replay, so who scores the try here for Whangamata?
Yeah, number 8's got real good control here. Nearly loses it at one stage, but I think it pops out and they score. Is that the no?
You would think it might have been the number 8 who scored there, Zane Clark, the captain.
Very hard to see.
Very hard to see from this side from what we can see, but yep, at least, yeah, he's getting a tap on the back, the number 8. Right smack on his number 8. So it looks like the captain scored the first try for Whangamata today. See the score line 5-3 with the kick to come.
They'll
Swanson.
be happy with that, won't they?
They'll be happy.
They put a lot of energy into that field position and maintained it and got the reward. So important kick. Sounds like
the crowd heard that one.
Grandstand over the other side of the field are happy.
Cobras 7 after 10.5 minutes.
7-3.
Well picked up by Scotty Day there, running back there with a wobbly kick from the Cobras to the middle of the field there, setting it up for McNaughton, passing out now to Lawrenson, running up, making a strong yards there, the front rower. Here we go, big delivery to Himapur. Good sharp hands, nice quick support. There we go, out to Miles, who's had a good little run, beat the first man, but unfortunately leg into touch. Nice tackle there, but going back, Sam Oates has seen something and it's a penalty. I think time off here for a minute. I think Sam's going to have a talk to the captain here, bring him forward. Enough is enough. There was a fair bit of penalties down right on the try line by Te Aroha, by the Cobras. So just discipline. He's had a bit of a chat there to Ben Stevens from the Cobras, just to talk to his team to calm it down.
Yeah, well, it's attention to detail, isn't it?
Yep.
Every time you give away a penalty, you let the pressure off. So they've just got to pay attention, do things right, take that extra half-metre step back, don't leave your feet, all those sorts of things that they know. They've just got to control their energy and just follow the rules. It's pretty basic.
Yep, and Swanson finds a nice touch finder there with the ball returning back from one of the young touch boys who are down here as well, doing a wonderful job. All of the touch boys and touch girls, the kids out there doing whatever they do for youth rugby on the sidelines. In by day goes the line out. Nice support there coming back to the number 8, number 15, Himapur feeds it out, wants to get it out wide there to the little winger there, Miles from Whangamata. McNaughton picks up now to Swanson, who moves it right through to the middle. Day takes it up there and gets it kind of settled down with a tackle.
Good option there by Scott Day, wasn't it? Just to tidy it up, set it up and go again.
Swanson looking around, wants to kick it over the back of the head of the winger for the Cobras. It's a great kick. It's a good kick there. Well played. Well, had good time to look around too and focus where the players were. So obviously they want to play it down in their territory and keep the ball down there and put on the attack. So well done to Swanson for the nice little kick over the back there of course, the winger Kuruduadua from Cobras. Nice, strong, powerful run there from the centre pairing of Cobras. Jacob Villiamu running up strong there with a kick coming towards the sideline here. Nicely sits up there. Oops, knock on there by the winger Biles, unfortunately, but well picked up there. Big, strong win. Here we go. We got the, he's watching the sideline. Good runaway. This is going to be a very, very strong run there by, of course, the winger for Te Aroha. But it's going to be a penalty because he didn't release the ball in the first tackle. A good tackle there by Zane Clark, the captain for Whangamata, but unfortunately the winger on the move didn't release the ball at the tackle. So really Kuruduadua had the pace in the outside run, but unfortunately didn't release the ball.
Yeah, he played on without getting back up to his feet. Most probably the right decision, but a hard brawl to stomach. Great run from the winger. And a little bit of pressure coming on Whangamata here at the moment.
All the time in the world has Swanson got to drill a nice kick down. Here's going to be a quick pass, had to be from there. In the fullback for the Cobras, running up back strong. There's Ethan Dromgool running strong, getting out wide to the winger there for the Cobras. Good defence. You can hear the crowd from Whangamata to the far side. You knew it was a good tackle.
I think that was a great bit of defensive work, and good on Cobras. They're looking to feed the ball out to the speedsters. They've certainly got a bit of pace out wide, but good defence, good read from Whangamata, and you've got to admire what they did there. A lot of movement in that line out and lost.
Yep, lost by the number 8, going back on the Cobra side. They're picked up by their halfback, moving out Leroy Nels, moving the ball out wide to their big, strong centre pairing there for the Cobras. Here we go with a big skip pass, double skip pass, but too far, unfortunately, missing out the 2 players. Not ball in hand to the winger out on the far side here, Kuruduadua, who showed some outstanding form earlier on in the piece with a bit of a run down the sideline. But the ref has called it all the way back over to the other side.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the pass went out, so they had to go back and play the knock on. Bit of firepower in the Cobras midfield, isn't there? Corin Duadua and Vakapuna Itoni showing some ability to break the line. But good defence as well.
Very strong, explosive backline for the Cobras as they drill it out there to the centre pairing again, like we just talked about. Ross, you mentioned a couple of big names there as well, and obviously Lotowa, who's coming from the bench to start at number 14. But yep, well done to the little number 14 from Whangamata. The little man got himself in amongst that.
Pedro?
Yep.
Yeah, he did that very well. Got to his feet, got the hands on the ball, and then won the penalty. There's a lot of action in that backline move from Cobras. They had runners all over the place, and it defensively wise for Whangamata, they read it very well.
Oh, there we go, the little halfback showing his strength there, McNaughton. Very, very strong halfback, willing to run the ball at all times as well. Look, well offloaded there by the number 5, Whangamata, Hayden Pardo, off to their number 6, so Zane Heath, who settles it down a little bit. Good run up there by, of course, Brad Lawson, spinning in the tackle back to number 8, who's had a good start to the game. Zane Clark, their captain, as well, settles things down for a little bit. It's a free ball at the moment, and it's a penalty going to the Cobras. And it's a quick tap from behind the ref, and the number 15, the fullback, wants to run back strong. He's not going to slow the game down. It's Ethan Dromgoole. He wants to play it at pace. Big long pass out there from the halfback. Leroy Nels right out wide.
Cobras are building the phases here, aren't they?
Yep, they certainly are, as they get a little chip kick back there into the 22. This is going to be an interesting one. Oh, the ref's called something way back. Bit of pressure there on the winger for Whangamata for a second there as well for Elijah Biles, and very, very lucky the penalty's been brought right back.
These penalties and these mistakes, they keep persisting, but it just takes the edge off it, doesn't it? They had field position then, come back to halfway again, restart. They'll kick it into the corner, I'm picking, and restart with a line out. Attacking line out for Cobras. Be interesting to see how the line out unfolds. It's a good position to attack from and build some phases.
Well, that didn't go to plan. That didn't work out well for the Cobras. It was a shocker. That just fell apart there from the throw, and even though the hook is waving and says Shantae there. Good catch there by the winger moving into the fullback of Ethan Dromgoole. Big kick straight back down to the middle for Tali Himapō, who puts it straight back in the middle of the field. And I'm guessing he's going to run this. Here he goes, the first side, kicks it right across to the corner, back to Swanson, and he'll want to kick this back as well.
Bit of aimless kicking there, really.
And he finds the sideline.
They're trying to put it in the gaps, but unfortunately it's skewing off the boot. But yeah, a little bit disappointing in the execution of the goal of the kicks there. We don't want to be too hard though.
No,
it's a final.
It's
been
like
a long day, so they're endeavouring. You know, they really are trying very hard to execute. Keenly contesting the lineouts though. I quite impressed. Both sides are chucking people up.
Oh, very, very marginable, but very, very light. They're getting back there. Himapō hits it out to Biles out on the wing here, moves back in. Nice little feed there by the little man, but he met a much bigger man there in the middle.
I felt that from here.
Out wide. Look, both teams have been spinning the ball out wide. There he goes again. Zane Clark running strong. She's out again.
Yeah, it's played on very quickly, but not from the right mark, I don't think. A lot of good passing and some just great defence from both sides. Some of those hits I could feel from the sideline. Jason Hayward is doing some good work in the line-out for Whangamata, getting right up there from his position in number 4 in the line-out. He's a threat.
Oops, just going a bit of a stray there. We've seen that quite often today in the previous games as well. But hey, Whangamata have it under control there. Swanson, but unfortunately knock on by the boys in the red and white. So this will see a scrum come together. McNaughton hands over to Nels, getting ready to put the scrum together and feed the ball in.
50-50, wasn't it? That situation could have gone either way. Just accuracy, just missing there. Need to tidy up those little things. Pay attention to detail and it'll pay in the end.
Well done by Nels out to the number 10 there for Te Aroha, Dylan Robinson, who's coming to the game. Big kick. Ooh.
Bouncing ball, dangerous, isn't it? Somebody's got to get up there and grab it, but didn't fall to anybody, so lucky let off there for Whangamata, but College Old Boys seem to be building a little bit of pressure at the moment.
Big strong scrum there by Whangamata back for Te Aroha running out the sideline. Unfortunately, the wrong move for the halfback Leroy Nels had nowhere to go down there, and over the sideline to the joy of the fans over on their side, especially the red and white Dynamite, just clapping their hands, and the big roar goes up as their number 8. Been taking some good line out ball through the game, Zane Clark. Captain for the Whangamata team. Setting up their nice little chip ball, just a little flick on pass there as well. The fullback Himmelpaul comes back into it, does a dummy and does a good little run down the middle, showing the speed into the winger, into the number 11, Joel Taylor, gets in the middle, but gets tackled, and Pedro gets it out and they spin it out wide. They're going to run it wide. Clark's going to run, pass back into their number 12, and Newman settles on up now. They're going out to they're getting really close up the boys from Whangamata. The defence is right on the back foot here, but an advantage for Whangamata. They want to spin it out wide. Missed pass there right over the top there, and Himmelpaul stops to have a drop kick, and to no avail.
I think they had a penalty advantage.
Yeah, penalty advantage.
So, one would hope so, but good, excellent phase work from Whangamata there. Men in close proximity to the ball, good offloading, and very, very promising attack. Big moment in the game here.
Taking the scrum, yeah, settling for the scrum here, and Wonga will get the feed, and as we are busy focus on this big game here, teams are getting ready to head off the Senior B final, Taito Coromandel. So for those families who enjoyed watching the live stream of the Senior B final, Coromandel winners of the Lawrence Cup, just so you know they're ready to hop onto their buses and head back to your way. So to celebrate or commiserate, but enjoy a big day of footy. As the scrum goes forward, we take a look at Whangamata pushing. Zach Clark with the ball at the moment, captain for Whangamata. He's brought it back for another penalty.
Yep. Time off by the referee. Whangamata putting the pressure on here. And building the little bit of phase work. Big forwards trundling up with the ball and close to the line. So on one hand, Whangamata are doing very well on the attack, and the defence is standing up for Whangamata. For
There's another yellow card.
Yellow card with multiple infringements. Not sure what he did. I didn't see it, but that'll make a little bit of a difference to the forward effort. I'm sure they're going to go for a scrum here with one forward down. I would imagine Whangamata will be looking for a pushover. 26 minutes into the game.
Look at the big strong scrum there by Whangamata with one of the forwards down and the Cobras line on the bench at the moment. 10 minutes in the bin, it's twisted around. You would think Whangamata got a try, even their reserves on the back there, clapping and everything. So there, another try to the red and white. So it'll be interesting to see who got this try. But Whangamata scoring, so that sees the scoreline moving out.
Very difficult to pick up who scored that try. Bit of a, can't pick that up. I don't know who's coming up with the ball.
So we'll see who comes up with the ball here. It is second try. Zach Clark, the captain, gets 2 meat pies there, Ross.
2 meat pies. He'll be happy with his work, but you know, they did have an advantage, 1 player up, so good option to take the scrum. And as it's unfolded, Whangamata push out now to 12-3, 27 minutes in, kick to come.
The crowd says it all, folks, here at Rugby Park in Hawaii. They're all going, yeah! So it's a conversion well done to Swanson from the sideline. 14-3, the current score at the stage. Red and white looking very, very strong so far in the early parts of this game. Still got a long way to go, but we'll see what happens.
They're sticking to their game plan.
Yep.
They're putting the heat on. I think Cobras are suffering from being a forward down, but the scrummaging by the Whangamata boys is very, very good.
Try scorer with a big strong run back there from Zach Clark, the captain for Whangamata, running up strong up in the middle now. The boys in red and white as McNaughton delivers out, heading out across the back line there. Now to Hayden Newman, who's running strong now, with Pedro picking up from down at the end there, but a penalty.
Bit of interference there with the right in the front, I think. Taking a player out, unfortunately, for Whangamata. Well picked up by the referee.
Kicking out to find some touches, a halfback for the Cobras, Leroy Nells, just to get it down into the 22 now, the Whangamata area, with Whangamata on the defence. So a lot happening there at this stage, plenty going on at the moment. Just getting there, taking their time out, the boys. The Cobras already, Whangamata are set up, ready to defend, but just slowly making their way up with a player down, trying to kill a bit of time to get their front row back on, back into the centre pairing of Whangamata with Sirili Kuradua. Sione Whakapuna Etoni. Big centre running out there now.
Bit of pressure coming on here,
Yep.
Reno, from the Cobras boys. They are building a few phases, looking to build up, keep the pressure and the momentum going. But some of those centres, those big boys from Cobras are running very straight and strong. Great defence from Whangamata.
Here comes the penalty to Whangamata. Well done, Whangamata. The red and whites look there clapping. Their supporters are on the sideline roaring as well. They deserve it. They played really well at that segment of the game.
You've got to admire when somebody, Reno, goes straight over the ball, staying on their feet, hands on the ball. Penalty, it has to happen, and they're doing it very well. Whangamata scrambling out of that situation, just as Cobras were building a bit of pressure.
You go touch finder there by Swanson, so yep. Slowed it down a little there, 14-3 at the moment, and this Whangamata team just very, very ready to go. Carry on rock and rolling and carry on through. Oh, well done. Picked up there, unfortunately. Knock on. Had to come. Jacob Chaplin thought he scored this one out of nothing, but move on. There was the knock on in there originally.
Very even contest, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you look at both these sides as we click over 9 minutes to go. Good lead by Whirianga. They've just got to maintain their composure and not let Cobras in here if they want to do that. But I'm sure Cobras, on the other hand, will want to get a meat pie before the half-time whistle goes. So pretty important part of the game.
Yeah, Jordan.
Niels puts it in and feeds it out. There we go. Back move coming up for the boys from the Cobras, and the well-hit run there by the number 11 for the Cobras. Unfortunately, Pedro has picked it up and he's moving. Is he going to run it? He's going to run it out. He does. And a nice tackle there by, of course, Shontaine Deere. Moving it out and a big kick down the field. And let's get out of here, boys from Whangamata. The winger says that's enough. Dylan Robinson spins it out wide, heading out to Ethan Dromgold now, and they move it out wide, do the boys from the Cobra team, the number 12 running real strong. Little chip through and looking like the number 14. Oh! Well done.
Certainly saved a meat pie there.
He certainly did. He certainly did. Well done to Hayden Newman, Whangamata, getting there and saving that.
Excellent. Great build-up from the Cobras team, right through the hands, true and pass, perfect. But last kick saved on the try line.
Ipele Lotawa thought he was in for a try there. He had it all going there as well, the number 14 for the Cobras, but number 12 got there just in front of him, Hayden Newman. There's a drop kick by Swanson, goes a bit wobbly down the halfway, and a knock on. A simple little knock on that will just, he'll be fear in his head. He will be disappointed, very disappointed. And the Whangamata crowd in their scaffolding give it to him as well.
Yeah, the old Scotsman's grandstand.
Look at them, look at them.
So a lot of noise coming from the Whangamata supporters. Yeah, just had a little peeky look, didn't he?
Yep. Yeah, the number 13 for Cobras, Jacob Viliamu, just he had looked up a little bit. But one of those things. McNaughton getting ready to feed the scrum for Whangamata, and back lines all set up for a big move here as well.
Multiple runners for Whangamata lining up here, so it'll be interesting to see what unfolds.
Missed pass there, running in, and the number 12 Newman stepping on in as well. Hayden Newman, good step there. Out to Himapo, out to Pedro, moving out to the little wing of the Miles. Step in there from the number 12, beats him. Rolling the ball back there, we've got McNaughton moving out to Swanson. He does a dummy and sees a little gap, just shuts down on him, but a good offload there to the lock, and Scotty Day unfortunately picks it up, but a knock on originally from Jason Hayward, unfortunately. But Whangamata definitely showing they come to play today, Ross.
Yeah, you know, good on them. You know, I think that's what they have to do, throw it around. But yeah, just a little bit of front running there by Scotty Day, I think. Last pass, maybe taking the tackle, but you know, you've got to admire. They're certainly putting the heat on Cobras at the moment. So they're trying to get a meat pie just before half time. But Cobras will be looked to perhaps run this out, I'm picking.
Well picked up by the number 6 there for Cobras, heading out to the back line. You're right, Ross. They're going to run it out, get it out to the winger, and he's going to move it, chip it down there, and unfortunately he's gone out on the full there by the big winger on the sideline, Ipele Lotawa, who had good speed, but unfortunately didn't have his kicking boots on. But the referee must have seen something while they're going to the line out.
I think they need to put their kicking boots away and just have a crack at the defence. Little chip kicks, that's two he's done, and yeah, high-risk stuff, you know, 50-50 ball. Certainly puts great ball movement by the Cobras back line there. Created an opportunity. Final kick, not executed perfectly.
Great pass out there from McNaughton out to the middle there with the number 5 out in the middle for Whangamata, Hayden Pardo, who's delivered the ball back. But I see the little halfback being caught there with the ball, so settling down. Cordyce taking up now, Jordan Cordyce, a big powerful run there by the proper Whangamata. Scotty Day there wants to make a couple more yardage as well. Good turnover there, switching it back for McNaughton for a big pass down. I think Swanson's going to trip it down to the corner there. And there we go, kicking it down there. Let's see if the winger from the Cobras just runs this. He's got the size and the speed and the quick off the mark, and that's what you got to do, mate. You got to run it. But the defence come across to shut him down. 3 from the red and white come across, but they got it out wide. Ooh, the big run up the front there as well. The Cobras really want to try here. They're pushing as hard as they can, but a knock on.
Yeah, just
knock
the
on.
last execution. They're starting to run the big fellas, aren't they? Those big boys out on the wings,
Yep.
so making some good ground, and it's good to see. But just the last pass, the last execution, there's a knock on, there's a mistake, and it's costing Cobras at the moment. But I'm sure at half-time, if they get there, they'll get a bit of a rack up and maintain the ball and try and keep the pressure on. They're just taking the foot off the throat, aren't they? Every now and again, they get into the half, get into the red zone, and then the mistake comes.
Injury to the fullback to Whangamata, Telly Himapo as well, who's just down there on his knees with medics at the moment. So he's just getting attended to. Bit of noise, yeah, around the back there, look at them.
Wonderful to see.
Oh, you got to love it.
You got to love them. We can't let them in, so they're hanging over the fence. It's great, you know, the old coronavirus. It's had a dramatic effect, but it hasn't affected the standard of rugby too much. And I think the Valley and the office staff need a bit of a pat on the back for what they've done today. It's been an amazing effort to get the games played safely, get people in and out of the ground, and maintain our numbers. Good attacking position here for Cobras, so I expect a big scrum, but I would imagine they'll want to clear their line here.
Big pass to Swanson there from McNaughton, kicks it out to the sideline. Is it going to make it? It's not going to make it. The winger from out wide throws it right across to the fullback, Ethan Dromgold, who sends it out wide as well. So they're going out wide are the boys from the Cobras. The centre stepping on it inside there. Jacob Viliamu goes down on the tackle, getting ready to set the ball up for the play here as well. Cobras half. Leroy Nell at the halfback wants to pick it up, move it out to the number 6 there, Ben Stevens, who wants to settle the play down, move it in, inside little pass there to the number 7, Lucas Craig. He takes a good strong tackle. They want to run the Cobras boys. The centre running up to the middle now, Jacob Viliamu, and settling the play there. Looks like a turnover, penalty, and a tap by the little winger there. He wants to make some run. Biles, he's moving up forward and forward. I think he's very lucky he didn't get himself isolated, but move it out wide. Hemaport is a knock on. No, it's gone backwards. Referee calls. Moving out wide there. Whangamata is just keep going. Zane Heath's out there now with the ball running as they move out to the winger Joel Taylor, who'll settle this down at the moment, and it's a penalty to the Cobras.
Quick tap and go again. This guy's got to be careful he doesn't get out or get isolated.
Yeah, Dylan Robinson taking the tap. They're moving out fast as well, and looks like a knock-on by the Cobras, by the number 6, Ben Stevens at the moment. So I'll tell you what, the crowd right there in front of the Whangamata red and white dynamite stand as well, and he's getting it from the crowd. So, yeah, I think they're starting to play a bit of panic footy at the moment, the Cobras.
I'd have to agree, Reno. What's happening is that they just need to take a breath and not panic. They're chucking some good phases together, but then at the last moment they're forcing the ball and forcing. You've got to admire what Whangamata defence has been doing, but I think Cobras are just panicking a little bit.
See it through to half-time, 14-3 at the stage. Look, it's just clicked over 40 minutes here at the rugby park in Waiheke. I reckon this will most probably be the last play. They'll go into half-time, and there'll be a few stern words in amongst the Cobras themselves. Whangamata will be talking about just keeping the same play for the second half, I would guess, and we'll see what happens. We've had an interesting day of footy. Rugby down here, the finals live from here in Waiheke, and thank you to all of you who are streaming and watching maybe the first 2 games in the previous finals. Waiho and Coromandel victors in those finals, and here is a big premier final at the moment. Not too far away before we head into half-time, I would guess, as we prepare for a scrum to settle. Number 4 is going off to be checked out from Whangamata. That's Jason Haywood at the moment.
Looks like a cut over the eye, I think. So they'll tape him up and bring him back on. He's got 40 minutes is up on the clock, so this is the last play of this half.
Yep, and Michael Savage coming on at number 18 for Whangamata to fill in that little void there in the scrum and the forwards. As we settle in now, we see the scrum get underway with McNaughton feeding the scrum. Big push here by the Cobras. Swanson gets a play. He sees a little run there, does a little jig there and sets it up. The halfback's gone in to push it through McNaughton, so they want to receive the ball back here from down the bottom and try and make the yards going forward. Pedro gets a heads right out to the winger, out to him. Oh, sorry, the fullback Himapol, and I think we'll see us see half-time.
That was marginal, but that's all right. I think Whangamata will be very happy with that first half, and I'm sure the Cobras boys won't be very happy. You know,
Yeah.
they've pushed the ball and taken it wide, but the fourth, fifth phase, there's a little knock on, little mistake comes in, and just got to settle down a little bit and control their angst. The pressure's just starting to build on them a bit. So a couple of deep breaths from Cobras. Whangamata have worked incredibly hard, well organised defence, and very good over the ball. You know, they're getting tackled, they're straight over the top, maintaining their feet, and you've got to admire what they've done.
You can see why the boys in red white have made themselves into the final. You know, they knocked out, I think, Mercury Bay last week as well, and they've been playing some real good rugby over the recent weeks. Been a pretty good standout team, actually, and the Cobras have been dominated in their own right during the Senior competition, so both teams deserve the final. But just showing the first half, Whangamata just getting a slight upper hand over the Cobras. Cobras playing a bit of panic footy towards the last 10, bringing on a few more mistakes. So the next 40 minutes will be very, very interesting. Who wants it the most?
Yeah, and it comes down to those little moments, you see on the TV and on test matches. It comes down to little mistakes, little moments in games, and not forcing the pass. So it'll be a very interesting. I think Whangamata will be very happy getting the message from their coaches to keep going. Gareth Goslet and Leon Holden, David Dillon will be giving the messages to the Whangamata boys, and I'm sure Wayne Williams and Rico DeTheory will be also giving the message to the Cobras boy. The game, in my opinion, is right up for the taking.
Exactly, and talking of the coaches too associated with the team from red and white Whangamata, Leon Holden especially, and David Dillon. Big history back here with Teens Buddy Rugby.
Yeah, it's great. You know, Dave Dillon and Leon are up in Japan at the moment. Well, not up at the moment, they're back home. And, of course, Wayne Smith's another one. Come in from Japan, can't ply their trade up there. So great to see them involved in club rugby in Thames Valley, giving back to these little heartland unions. I know for Dave Dillon and what's his name, the number,
Leon Holden,
you know, they've got a little bit of bet going, competition going between them and Wayne Smith. So it's just great to see Waihi Rugby and Whangamata benefit from the knowledge, and you know, ultimately it comes through to Thames Valley Rugby. So it's great to see them giving time, giving it back into the heartland competition. You know, club rugby, it's awesome.
Just talking away from the local Premier Rugby, the club finals here, Ross, I want to talk about the North-South game. You know, we know at the moment it's been postponed. You feel sorry for some of the boys from Auckland, from the Blues, who can't quite get there at this stage.